3, 4. Say you stand by your man, you tell me something I don't understand. You said you love me, and that's a fact, and then you left me.
Hello there, Tony Meadley once again, and welcome back to my workshop. Today's project, if you can cast your mind back when I made the oak and sapele bowls, I made a couple of them. You know what I'm like for segmenting. My wife has asked me for another potpourri bowl, but to match them, so I'm going to make exactly the same in oak and flecks of sapele. So all I've got a piece of oak for the base. I've glued the chucking point on, cut them little corners off on the bandsaw, and then obviously get it around, build the segments and put the filigree on the top. So we'll get started. Right, I've got it trued up and I've measured the circumference and it is 340 millimeters. We're going to make a 12 segment ring with flecks of sapele of 3 millimeters. So my calculation was 340 millimeters divided by 12 equals 28 millimeters. So if you deduct 3 millimeters from that, gives us 25 millimeters for the base one. Then we'll increase it by a millimeter just to get a bit of a bevel on it. So we want 50 pieces at 25 millimeters, and then we want another 50 at 28 millimeters. As I keep saying, it's so important to put a wiggly line on the top part, followed by a straight line along the edge there. What we're going to do is cut the first one on number 1, which I've got marked, and this one is number 2. So the first one you put up to the stop, then you cut the first one on number 1, the second one on number 2, the third one back onto number 1, and the fourth one back onto number 2, and you continue on until you get the 24 segments. Well, I've cut the wedges and I've also cut the slithers that go in between them. All we've got to do now is sand them down. So I've said before, just take the fuzzies off. If you need to do, don't take anything off that side. If you do need to do anything, which these don't, just put them at an angle like that and take a little bit off the corners, and it's just taking the fuzzies off. If you take anything off there, it will alter the angle, so we won't bother with that. So just remember, if there's any fuzzies to take off, it's now time to do the 12 little slithers that go in, and you can get quite a, you do get quite a lot of fuzzies on there. So all you do is take them off, top and bottom, two ends. Now with them being cut on a bandsaw, you do get the occasional rippling, so as long as you keep equal amounts of pressure so that you don't take more off one side than the other, because at the end of the day they have to be nice and parallel, because the angle is on the wedges themselves, and all you doing, you were not altering the angle by putting that in, it's still the same angle. So just take it off as long as you keep the pressure equal, and just try to get it as smooth as possible. Right, now that you've taken all the fuzzies off them, it's time to put the ring apart, and you can only tell on the wide edge. So that's a blank, followed by one with the lines on. You put that either side, slither inside, followed by two clear ones, slither inside, two with the lines on, slithers in either side, and so on till you make the full diameter. Right, make it up. Right, you make it into the circle, cover it with it, or put the band on, and then gently just keep it pushed out to the end and let the ring pull it all to the centre. Just keep it pushed right to the outside. That's it. Make sure the little slithers are pushed right back as well. And that's it. All neatly done. Ready to all glue up now, so we'll take them back off again and glue them up. Right, time to glue them up. Don't forget to put the cling film on your sandpaper. Take the ring, disassemble it, and I find it easy to work from a sheet. As long as you get a full coating, then when you put them in, work from either side and just give the little slithers of Sapele just a little rub to make sure the glue gets in everywhere. Same again, making sure that you put it the right way back, so that it's got the wiggly line on the top. Yeah, just make sure that you get the glue all over and the wiggly line, that you're putting it the right way back up again. what I find with the smaller rings, that you need to just belt them down and make sure that the little slithers go to the ring itself. If it won't push back, then you'll have to just slacken the ring off out a little bit, but that should be okay. Once I should be using a piece of wood, save all of the glue going onto my hammer, but just give it the final nip up. Hello there, I've got an apology. Silly person I am, I forgot to turn the camera on, and all I've done, I've straightened it out. I've had to shape it this way because I couldn't make the normal shape what I normally use because there wasn't enough meat on the bottom or wood. I've hollowed it out, so all I'm going to do now is just take another fine coating off it to get it smooth, the final pass inside and out. Unfortunately I've hollowed it out. All I used was the Simon Hope hollower. You've seen me do that before. And then the most important part, which I should have photographed, was getting this filigree to fit in. So all I've done, I've put a little shoulder on it for them the 3 little pins that there is to stop it moving about. The filigree that I'm using is just a couple of hummingbirds, which is quite nice effect. It's a little bit slack, and I like it slack because these tend to move slightly, and there's nothing worse than you can't get it off. So I've just made it slightly larger. So we'll get on, we'll take the final pass off it all. Well, I've put the final coat of microcrystalline wax on, so we'll buff it up. I've left it for about 20 minutes, so we'll buff it up and then we'll have a look at it. Hello there. Well, I've managed to get it done. As I said about the hummingbirds, nice and tight. Got the logo on the bottom. Finished the bottom off, as I keep saying, it's so important to finish the bottom off. Have I made any mistakes? Yes, you can see straight away I have. These don't line up. They also, if you look, they are a little bit crooked, and the reason that they're like that is I made them so tight, and as I pushed them onto the sander to smooth them off, I've put more pressure on with my palm, and they've gone slightly. Some of these are thinner at that side than they are at that side, so to me that's a failure. I would not be able to sell that. I would not be able to, I'd barely give it away obviously, but that will probably go to somebody who would give it a nice home, I suppose. So I'll have to make another one of them somehow, and I will make it a little bit larger, and then I can sand them at the right pressure, and then obviously get them all in line. Anyway, that's another one completed. So hope you enjoyed the video, and I do apologise that I forgot to turn the video just while shaping, but it's not a real problem. You've seen me do it loads and loads of times. So if you enjoyed it, please give me the thumbs up. I do appreciate it. Please leave a comment in the let me know what you thought of the video. Also, please subscribe. If you haven't already, please visit my website. I'll put a link down below in the comments field, so what you can do, you can just click on the link and it'll take you straight through. Anyway, as I've just said, please subscribe. It's completely free, and I hope to catch you very, very soon on the next video. Thanks for watching now. Bye.